Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. We're talking She-Hulk episode 2. Hey everybody, and welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host, Brent, and today we're talking about She-Hulk episode 2, Superhuman Law. Man, that episode was way too short. Please excuse me, I'm out here on the porch having a nice evening to myself while the kids are asleep and my wife is out with her friends. But I gotta say, if She-Hulk is gonna be like this every episode, I'm not sure that it's recommendable to other people. Now, hear me out. It's not a bad show, but right now it's not a funny show. I'm not laughing out loud. I'm smirking. I'm amused. I'm bemused, maybe is another word. But it's not a comedy in the normal, How I Met Your Mother or other sense. And I feel like, now I have never watched The Office or Modern Family. I don't know if those are, I think The Office was half hour. Maybe I don't know if Modern Family was an hour or half hour episodes. But these episode lengths are way too short. If they're going to take, basically they're taking a dramatic format, shooting style, script, and shooting it in 20-minute chunks and calling it a comedy. And this episode felt way too short. Like, when it ended, I felt like that should have been the middle of the episode. And it, in fact, turned out to be the end. And I was like, wait, what? Really? It was just getting going. So if they're gonna do that every episode, and then I don't know if I'm gonna like the show at all. It needed longer. And for crying out loud, you're on Disney Plus. You can make the episodes as long as you want. But it just really felt like they took too much time with the other stuff and not enough time with Emil Blonsky or anything like that. I did like the reaction of the superhuman law thing, the guy with the welcome basket, all that stuff. But there's no, I loved How I Met Your Mother. I like Friends. I'm probably the only comic book nerd that likes Big Bang Theory, at least amongst my circle of comic book nerds that I know. I really like that show. I thought it was funny. I'm not afraid to laugh at myself or even other people's perception of me. Look at me, I'm pasty white over here, and I'm a little bit getting on my way to getting drunk tonight. But um, man, I don't really feel. I'm not feeling She-Hulk. I want to love it. I want to enjoy it. It's just the things that are not working for me are the length and the I don't know, the jokes per se, the lack of jokes. Like, it's amusing. I get it. If Marvel's been way funnier in other films, especially Iron Man, but that has to do with Robert Downey Jr. But even still, like Ant-Man and the Wasp, I thought there were funny moments in. I laughed a lot during those movies, and just feels like it's not trying hard enough. And I really feel like WandaVision was the epitome of the style that, even WandaVision. Let me try and finish my thought. WandaVision was the epitome of the style that every half hour Marvel show should be. Let me put it that way. WandaVision, even though it wasn't a comedy, was aping television stories. And they packed so much into everything, and everything was 30 minutes, right? Maybe except the last episode or two. But even still, you got drama, you got comedy, and you got a full story all the way through because it was going, going, going. Whereas this one it's structured like a drama in the way that it paces its scenes and things like that. But to just cut off this drama comedy at 22 minutes when they roll the credits just really felt like a disservice to the show because it has so much going for it. It was really winning me over. I was really enjoying it, and just when they cut it off, I was like, "That's it? That's the episode? No way!" I clicked on the iPad out here, and I was like, "Oh shit, it is over!" Like, oh man, that sucks. Um, Also, gotta say, Disney Plus, this release schedule, I mean, it sucks. Listen, I'm going back to work now. I'm not watching things first thing in the morning the way I probably was, last year or anything like that. So this 3 a.m. drop time on, the East Coast, or, all the people on the West Coast are watching it at midnight. Okay, fine, cool. But man, it sucks to just like be scrolling through stuff all day and have the Wolverine thing, like, and the Eternals bit, even though it was a throwaway gag, just ruined for me. So in such a way that I was like, well, I was thinking about where to watch this. I was thinking about watching it in the man cave upstairs where I normally film, and I was like, you know what? I've already probably had the biggest Easter egg spoiled, so it's not gonna hurt to watch it out here while I want to relax and enjoy my cool evening on my new porch, on my new furniture and all that. So I don't know, it just kind of it lessened the experience for me. Now you can say like, Brent, you should stay off Twitter, you should stay off Facebook or whatever, but like, come on, nowadays, like, yeah, that may be a little bit easier to do. If like, I'll do that if I know I'm not gonna go see a Marvel movie. I'll go in Twitter and mute the words and stuff like that, mute the hashtags, everything like that. But for She-Hulk, it's like, man, it's just, I don't know. This drop time thing sucks. Like, honestly, I would rather them drop it at noon Eastern Standard Time, and let everybody do their fucking work day, come home and enjoy it, and then react. Like, I don't know. This midnight 3 a.m. thing is not for a comedy. If it's gonna rely on gags or things like that, it's not working. And I know there are a bunch of people that don't work a regular 9 to 5, 8 to 4, whatever job like I do, that can enjoy it whenever. But man, just fucking give it a day. I don't know. That's more of a social media thing than it is a knock against She-Hulk. But I still think my criticism of the episode being too short and not having enough story, if the episode was about her taking the job and getting Abomination, like, I feel like if you had given it to a sitcom writer, uh, it would have moved a lot faster. And I meant to say this on the last episode review too. All the interviews of the writers, their showrunner, saying they weren't very adept at writing great courtroom scenes. I was like, really? You couldn't go find somebody? And why are you admitting this while promoting a show that's called She-Hulk Attorney at Law? Because you're giving the impression with the show title that that's what the show's about, and then at the same time you're giving the alternate impression that the show's not going to be very good at doing what it's supposed to be. If it's supposed to be Marvel's Ally McBeal, it's not doing that. Never watched Ally McBeal, but I can say, if having watched many many seasons of Law and Order SVU, it's not that hard to write a good courtroom scene, I don't think. Or if it is, you have like 40 seasons worth of television between regular Law and Order and Law and Order SVU that managed to do it almost week to week, in terms of courtrooms and detective work and all this other stuff, police procedurals, hell, even Dragnet back in the day, or Highway Patrol from the '60s. Like, just try harder. I don't know. I don't want to knock this show because it is amusing, it is charming, but just the way that it's structured was like, I was like, this is not structured like a comedy. Like, if you're to me, if you're gonna do a 30-minute show, then either structure it with a full storyline in each episode, or don't do it at all. Maybe the sitcom structure works for a reason. The guys behind Big Bang Theory and Two and a Half Men, like Chuck Lorre, he knows the formula. He knows how to execute on the formula. He knows how to get laughs. He knows how to do all this other stuff. Like, just, I don't know, just do that. It works for a reason. And if you don't want to do that, then don't do it. Put more money behind it, or shorten the episodes. I don't even know how many episodes this is going, if it's 6 or 8 or whatever. I think the first 4 were given to critics, but it's just, I don't know. It's like, it wants to be a sitcom. It wants to be a Modern Family, turn to the camera style thing, and I like that. I really like that. Um, at least in the way that She-Hulk's doing it as she's in the moment. But man, just, I don't know. It's so frustrating to have that episode cut off when it did, because it felt like there was another thing coming, or that should have came after that. Her going to get Blonsky and wrap up the storyline, rather than just cut it and go, up next week, sorry. Could you have cut the family scenes? Absolutely. Could you have cut it shorter? Absolutely. But again, they were going for the drama stuff rather than the laugh, rather than the amusement. You had that scene with her dad, which was great. Really liked that scene when he pulled her aside and said, "I need your help," but actually just wanted to check on you. Really great scene. A really great drama scene. But is this a 30-minute comedy or an hour-long drama? Make up your mind, bro. Like that's the difference I'm pointing out here, is that it's doing the drama really well, but it's not doing the comedy part that it's trying to be with this half-hour crap well either. And I think that's where the show is suffering for me. At least 2 episodes in, you know, I want to see more of the law firm. I'm interested in that characters, but if it's gonna if it's gonna be She-Hulk attorney at law, then it should have the first episode fine. This episode, cut out the family stuff and do a case by case thing every week. But I don't know that they're gonna do that. I feel like they're gonna drag this out in terms of the Abomination storyline. It's gonna go on for a few episodes. We know the Wrecking Crew shows up. We know Daredevil shows up. Is it all related to this thing? I don't know. I honestly, if Marvel wants to make a superhero show that's one episode stories, like one and done, the way that some good comic book runs are too, just do that. Take some chances. Do that. Not everything has to be building to anything. Um, so I don't know. That's my thoughts on She-Hulk episode 2. I'm gonna go back to watching some other stuff and enjoying my evening out here. Let me know down below what you guys think of She-Hulk episode 2. Am I right? Am I wrong? I thought they cut it off way too early. I'd rather have. Everybody always wants more, but this really felt abrupt. This really felt like the wrong place to end the story. So let me know down below in the comments what you think, and I'll see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.